Hello and welcome to NCC Tech TV. I'm your host for this week, Tanner Olson, and we've got two great stories for you today. First, we'll be going off with Jacob Lavictoire, who will be interviewing the OFSA basketball team coach, Mr. Coates. And then for our second story, this is a biggie, we'll be going off to Jacob again, who will be interviewing the manager and owner of JFP Automotive, and we will be seeing how the workplace works. Off to you, Jacob.
So, hi, I'm Jacob here. We are back here now with Mr. Coates, the head of the team. So, Mr. Coates, how is it to be the head of the NCC's basketball team?
The head? You mean the head coach?
Yes.
Well, it's fun. I hadn't been a head coach of senior until last year, and I didn't know what that would be like, but it's been not as difficult as I thought it would be. I think that's probably because I have some really good players, so whatever I think we need to do in a game, they're usually able to do it. So that part has been easy, and I've had a lot of help. I've had Mr. Smith help me, who used to coach at Moyer, and then when he couldn't do it anymore, Mr. Array helped out. So it really helps having somebody with you. So even though I guess I'm called the head coach, it was really we shared duties.
It was a team effort?
It was a team effort for sure.
All right. So how was the season this year? You guys made it all the way to OFSA, am I correct?
You are correct. Well, when we went there last year, we had both the last 2 years have been overall good seasons for us. Before OFSA, our first goal is to win Bay of Quinte, and so both seasons we've been undefeated in the league, and then we've won Bay of Quinte, won CASA, and then made it to OFSA as well. But our first goal was to win Bay of Quinte, and we did that. That gives you local bragging rights, and then. Actually, to get to CASA in our area hasn't been too difficult. Single A, the teams we have to go against are a little bit weaker than us, but the boys at the start of this year really wanted to make sure they got to OFSA, and they did, and they were hoping to do well, and they did. So it was a good regular season and a good showing at OFSA.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think your biggest strength of the team would have been to be?
Well, I've got some very talented players, and they know how to play. Like, they're not just good athletes; they're good basketball players. So. That to me is the biggest talent, is that we have guards, we have shooters, we have rebounders, and most of them are all pretty good defenders too. So they all have fairly complete games, and they seem to know how to play with each other for the most part.
All right. So what is something to keep in mind when you're playing on the court, do you think?
In what situation do you mean?
Well, just in general. Like, is there like a certain mindset you like your players to have? Is there like certain things they should think about?
Well, there can be a lot, but then you don't want to overwhelm them with things. So I think just a mindset, again, defensively, just we want them to value defense. And they do. There are some players that just feel like, well, if you beat me in score, I'm going to do it more to you. I'm going to outscore you. We don't like that. We want them to make it really difficult for the other team to score. And then offensively, the mindset is you're a team. So it's not just one player. Share the ball, move it to the open person, and over time that you'll get the ball yourself too.
This has been Jacob. I have been here with Mr. Coates. Thank you very much, Mr. Coates, for coming for this interview. And we will be going back out to the gym now, where we're going to go take a look at the players. So, what do you think about this? How is the Nicholson basketball team?
We're really good.
You're really good. I saw that just now. Do you know anything?
Anything.
Anything. Okay.
Yeah.
So, how is your practices? How's the training for all of it?
It's good. We just finished practicing with Nicholson, but I'm doing workouts with a coach by myself, and it's going good. We'll see if we can get better for next year.
Yeah, that's good to hear. So, Mark, what do you usually do for your warm up when you're getting ready for a game?
So we start with dynamic stretching. We go jog back and forth, do a little bit of lunges, do a little bit of high knees, little calf exercises to get the jumping muscles going. And then we get into layups and jump shooting. It's pretty short.
Oh, that's pretty good. So, Mark, you have any tips and tricks you can tell us about this?
Yeah, I'm going to teach you how to do a basic layup. Okay? So,
it's been a while since I've done that, but that should be good.
For the fundamentals of basketball, there's always the easiest shot, the close layup.
Yeah.
So I'm going to teach you the footwork of that and how to do it precision.
All right.
You're going to dribble in with your right hand, take a step with your outside foot, inside foot, and then jump to the basket.
All right. There you go.
So now I have an idea. Why don't you, now that you've had this newfound skill that I taught you, why don't we have a little one-on-one?
All right.
I'll let you.
I'll start it off. All right. right. So thanks so much for coming in today, Mark. That was awesome.
No worries.
Hope to see you on the field more, doing more plays and geeking everyone out, eh?
Next year, tune in.
All right. See you later, Mark.
Thank you for that amazing story, Jacob. We'll now be going off to you again at JFP Automotive to see how their workplace works. See you there, Jacob.
Now, isn't that something? Jacob here, Tech TV reporter for NCC. So today we are at JFP Automotive, as you can see, and we are going to check out what they do here, seeing about all the cars they work on and what they do, and what kind of racing enhancements they do as well. Shall we go in? Good morning. So I'm now inside JFP. I am here with the manager today and owner of JFP, who is Joel.
Joel Fillets.
All right, nice to meet you, Joel.
Likewise.
So, can you tell us a bit about what you do here over at JFP?
So basically, we're a full-service maintenance and repair shop, as well as performance. We have a full on-site fabrication shop, from building race cars to doing oil changes. Basically, if you can think about it, what you want to do to your car, we can do it.
All right, that's pretty cool. So how long have you been open for?
We've been open for just over 3 years now, coming up on the start of our 4th year, and we've been at this location for just over 2 years.
All right, so what made you want to open an auto shop to begin with?
Well, I always worked for dealerships, and I knew that I could always work on my own cars, and I enjoyed working on other people's cars, and I found that I was having more fun, you know, running my own business than actually working for somebody else. And I just love the performance side of things, and I know I couldn't do that at a dealership, so I branched out on my own and opened up.
All right, so what kind of specialty work do you do on vehicles for like your race special car?
Well, we specialize in the Japanese vehicles, so mainly your Toyotas, Subarus, Nissans, Hondas, Hyundais. Hyundai's Korean, but the Asian vehicles we specialize in. And basically everything from, we do a lot of regular maintenance, so whether it's a timing belt service, an oil change, or maybe upgrading the turbo on it, maybe changing the ECM, doing some fuel management, some tuning, or even just bolting on an exhaust system. So we do everything, but we specialize in the Japanese vehicle.
All right, so what's your favorite part about owning your business and working here with all the guys you seem to enjoy doing all this work with?
I mean, the best part of owning your own place is you get to be your own boss, you get to make your own decisions, but also with that comes a lot of responsibility, because you do have to actually do work. People say, oh, you own your own business, must be nice. Well, yeah, owning a business is still a 16-hour-a-day job, but at the end of the day, you get to make your own decisions, and you decide your outcome of your business.
All right, so we know you have a co-op student here. How is that with NCC and co-op students?
Co-op students, great. We get to teach somebody who doesn't really have much experience or the opportunity to do much into cars, let alone the performance side of things. So it's great to be able to pass on the knowledge that we have and the passion that we have for working on this kind of stuff to the younger generation, and kind of get people into this kind of stuff, which is hard to do nowadays, especially with the costs involved to it and with the regulations that are now. It is very expensive for you to do on your own, do it properly and legally. So it's nice to be able to bring somebody up into that.
So you said you work on race cars over in there, right?
Yep.
Like building them.
Yep.
So how is the building process?
So basically, we have cars come in. Most of them come in with no interior, no engine. It's just usually a shell. They come in and we either do like a roll cage. Maybe we build in-house and design high-angle steering kits for drift cars. Suspension components we design in-house, all CAD drawn and laser cut out, all the materials welded here. So we can do everything from a small roll cage to a full-blown cage, cut the front and the back end of the car off, do a full tube front, build a custom turbo manifold, right from the engine to the turbo all the way back. So I mean, the possibilities are endless as far as what you want to do to your race car. It's just how much money you want to spend on it.
Great. Thank you so much. And do you mind if we head into the garage right now, maybe?
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. All right. So here we go now into the garage. We're going to learn a bit today with Joel. So what is this right here?
So here we have our first project on the go. It's a 2012 Ford Expedition, getting an Edelbrock supercharger. He's got the nitrous on it too. We're advising him not to run the nitrous, but we're doing the supercharger, fixing this thing up. Here's the supercharger here. It's a full-blown unit right from Edelbrock, so it's a kit, bolt-on kit. Comes with all the tuning as well and the software, so this thing will probably make about 500 horsepower when it's all done and back together. It will work very good. This truck, again, was just a safety inspection. He had some wiring issues as well, so Doug under there, one of our licensed techs, is just fixing up the wiring. And again, we only use the top quality materials, the best wiring, solder, shrink tube to make sure the wiring lasts. And because somebody's already fixed this once before and didn't last very long, so we're fixing it again. This one is a project that we've had going on. It's a Mazda RX-8 that has a Corvette engine swapped into it. Whoa. So we're rebuilding the engine for them. This made about 350 wheel horsepower on the dyno. It's very, very fast. So this is just one we're rebuilding and getting ready for them for the spring.
Awesome.
And back here we have our full fabrication shop. This is where all the race cars get built.
What's this one right here?
So right now this is a 350Z. As you can see, it's getting a roll cage built for him. Under the hood, he's got a Toyota Supra 2JZ engine in it. This one makes about 1,000 horsepower. We're doing up a turbo setup for him, as well as the manifold, the downpipe, everything from front to back.
Whoa. How about that one? Yeah.
Over there we have, that's my brother's 240, which the engine for it, we're building over there right now. It's getting a GM 6-liter V8. And it's going to be ready, hopefully ready for the drift day, which is in a week and a half. So we're putting the engine in it tonight and hopefully get it running. And again, in the back we have an RX-8, also getting another roll cage. So we've got the 2 installers in here that do the fab shop full time.
All right.
And this is our co-op student.
Oh, hi there.
What's up?
What's your name?
I'm Roy.
Hi, Roy.
Hey.
So, how are you liking your co-op here, Roy?
Oh, it's good. It's a good time.
Is Joel a good boss to work for?
It's great.
Say yes.
We got along great.
We could get him to work.
I work. Don't listen to him.
He's just holding up that hoist right now, leaning on it.
Kind of heavy.
Yeah.
But you know.
Show him the burn?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Roy.
See you, buddy.
See ya. We won't.
And in here, this is just basically our detailing bay. So most of the stuff that goes on in here is just detailing, cleaning up cars and that.
Should we take a look, maybe?
Yeah, sure.
So, what's that? There's something under the hood right there.
We have a Shelby Cobra GT500.
Whoa, really?
Recently purchased. It's for sale, but it's probably going to spend more time being driven as a summer car and a toy versus. But if somebody comes along and wants to buy it, we'll sell it to them.
All right. Can we take a look at that, maybe?
Oh, for sure.
Whoa, this is fancy. Can you tell us a bit about it?
So it's got this is the supercharged 5.4 engine in it. Has an underdrive pulley on the supercharger as well as an intake system. Probably making them well over 500 horsepower.
Whoa.
Very fast car.
That's really cool.
Only 30,000 kilometers on it.
Which year is this again?
2008.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
It's been sitting.
it's being stored and being driven. Yeah. Summer toy.
Oh, that explains a lot, doesn't it? So thank you so much today, Joel. Thanks for having us in and showing us around your garage.
Yep.
So is there anything else you'd like to say, tell all the viewers here?
Well, you know, if you have a car and it needs work done to it, bring it by JFP, where we're building relationships one repair at a time.
All right, back to you in the studio, Tanner. We'll see you later.
Another great story from Jacob LaVictoire. That's all for our show this week, folks. We'll see you next time. I'm your host, Tanner Olson. Good night.